Hello, here is the extra question. I believe you all have passed the journal entries and posted ledger transactions as well. That has posted these amounts into ledger. Now here today we will learn a little about balancing the ledger account. After making the ledger account, we just can't leave it, without doing anything. That's what we did in class last time, but that's not how you go about with it. What you're going to do is after writing all the entries, you're going to check the debit side and credit side. We know that whether it is journal entries or whether it is ledger accounts, your debit side must be equal to your credit side. So out here, I have calculated 80,000 plus 30,000 plus 20,000 is giving me 1,30,000. Now, when I go to my credit side, when I total all these amounts, I'm getting 82,300, guys. I totaled all these amounts, O 06 to O 11, like all the cells I have totaled, and I'm getting 82,300. We know that our total must be like, so we know that this is not equal now. One is 1,30,000, one is 82,300. So this side, credit side, we have less amount. What does that mean? What does that mean? That means that we have excess cash with us. Whatever we had, we have spent only less than that. We have spent only those many amounts, keeping in mind that we still have cash. We still have cash with us. And how much is the cash balance? How do we find out? We find out that by 1,30,000, this amount minus 82,300, else 1,30,000 minus all these amounts, we will get the answer as 47,700. I have already calculated. You please do the calculation yourself. Now we cannot leave on one side 1,30,000 and another side 82,300. Both sides must be. Now with 47,400, the total changes to what? The total changes to, that was the addition I did. The total changes to 1,30,000, guys. So now debit side and credit side, it's the same amount. Now after the amount, please check this. What does this mean? On the last day of the month or last day of the year, we will write the amount as by balance carried down. By balance carried down. What does that mean? This is the balance of cash, or this is the balance of whatever we are going to write that we have for this year or this month, depending on the question, that we are carrying down to the next month, that we are carrying down. This is what we have in hand with us. This is the amount that we have with us right now, that we can carry it to the next year or next month. Now, so this is how you will end the ledger account for this year. But never stop the transaction with just by balance carried down or etc balance. What you should always end it with, the next month you can date the transaction. Here it is going to be another year and another, that is 2017 and 1st of January and all that. That's the reason why I haven't dated it. And even if it is monthly wise, suppose if the entire thing is for January month ka transactions here, suppose the entire date was for January, the month of January, you can date it as what? 1st of February. You'll always date the transaction, and also you will write what is the transaction you have currently, whether it is of debit nature or credit nature. So this account, only after bringing down and showing how much balance you have to end your ledger. So what is this amount? 47,700. So cash is of what nature now? Cash has a debit balance now. Cash account has a debit balance of 47,700. And how do we end it? We should never end the balance just by totaling and finding out the balancing figure. Always bring down. Always bring down the balance. Always bring down the balance. Never forget this point. The next one is capital account. Here cash and capital. Next one is capital account. I'm not going again into the journal entry and posting. I hope you are clear with that. Next one to balance is capital account. Here we can see that we have only one transaction regarding capital. So capital, on credit side you have 80,000 and on debit side you have nothing. So how do you make that equal? How do you make that equal? First you total it. First you write the total, and after that you will have to write total on both sides. Write total on both sides. We don't have anything to add. We don't have anything to subtract. The only thing you have is to balance carried on. Why is it to here and by here? Depending upon which side the balance is. Here we had less amount on credit side. Hence our balance was by balance carried down. And here we have to balance which side? We have to balance our debit side. Now what will I write the amount as? I'll write the amount as 80,000 because we have nothing to add, nothing to subtract. But never stop the transaction here. Here what you will do, Here what will you do? You will again bring down the balance. You will bring, this is carried down. Never stop with carried down balance. Always bring down your balance. So what is the balance that you will bring down out here? No confusion, because there is just one amount, 80,000. Next account what I have out here is purchases. So for purchases account, what I'll do, guys, for purchases again I will total. I will total all these amounts. Debit side I have 25,000. I just quickly total these amounts. 25,000 plus 18,000 plus 19,000 plus 17,000 will give me how much? 79,000 is what my total on this side is, purchases. Then when I have to total the other side, I see that I have nothing. So what will I write? I will write the same 79,000 here also. Now what will be my balance carried down? It is buy balance carried down here. Buy always on the credit side too, on the debit side. So buy balance carried down, what is the amount? Absolutely no subtraction to be done, so it is 79,000 here also. But I will never stop with just buy balance carried down. I should always write to balance brought down. I should always bring down the balance. I should always bring down my balance. When I am bringing down the balance, purchases account, what does it show? The balance is on the debit side. When I am bringing down the balance, my balance is on the debit side. Now it is my sales account. It's my sales account now. I have 30,000 plus 20,000, that is 50,000. I have 50,000 on which side, guys? I have 50,000 on the credit side. Now when I want to total out here, I have no balance, so I write the same 50,000 here also. So my balance carried down will automatically also be 50,000. My balance carried down will also be 50,000. Remember, this is carried down. I always need what? My ledger should always stop with brought down balance. Hence I bring down the same amount of 50,000 for sales as well. Now let us go to Rakesh's account. This is interesting because Rakesh, if I am seeing my debit amount is 18,000. Now when I am going to my credit side, I again see it is 18,000. Then what do we do? When the amounts are same for debit and credit, when the amounts are same on debit side and credit side, that means we have nothing to bring down. We have nothing to carry down to the next month. We have nothing to carry down to the next month, right? So your debit is equal to credit here. No more transaction to be done. Now Ramesh's account. Ramesh's account also, if you see, one side you have 20,000 and the other side also you have 20,000. So this again is like Ramesh's account. This again is like, so what has happened? We have actually bought goods from Rakesh one day and then we paid him. 10th of May we purchased goods from him. On 15th of May we have paid him the entire amount. Hence we have nothing to, he is not our creditor anymore. He is not our creditor anymore. We owe him nothing. Now next account is drawings account. Drawings account, 29th of August we have made this transaction. Drawings account to cash account. So out here what will I do? To cash is 15,000 I have posted. Now what do I have to do? I have to balance it. That is the only thing I can see there. So we'll quickly balance it. 1500. Now so obviously my balance carried down will be 1500. Again, don't stop there. Bring down your balance. It is 1500. Now Dina account 16,000 plus 16,800 plus 200. 16,800 plus 200 will give you 17,000. And if you're going here on the credit side, the only amount is 17,000. So guys, this is balanced. This account is balanced. We have nothing more to write. We have no balance to bring down or carry down, etc. 17,000, 17,000. Both sides are equal and hence the account is closed. Dina account, Rakesh account, Ramesh account, all those accounts are closed. The next one is discount received account. We can see that one side we have 200 and another side we have nothing. So we write 200. So we have totaled those. And now balance carried down. The only figure we have to write is 200. Never stop there. Always bring down the balance. Now the last one is salary account. Salary account, you have cash 2,000. We're going to balance it. 2,000. The balance you're carrying down is 2,000. If not paid salary, paid salary balance is 2000. Okay. 2000, 2000, 2000. Now what all this brought down, now we are going to do something called trial balance. We are going to do after ledger. When we were studying accountancy, we studied it as recording, classifying, and then what? Summarizing. For summarizing, you'll do your trial balance as well. Summarizing is a part of trial balance, is a part of summarizing. So how do we do this? Trial balance, the performers like this. You will have particulars, ledger folio, debit and credit. This is your performer for your trial balance. Now what is the rule of trial balance? All assets and expenses usually have debit balance. All assets and expenses usually will have debit balance. All liabilities, capital and income. All liabilities, capital and income usually will carry credit balance. All assets and expenses will have debit balance and all liabilities, capital and income will have credit balance. If you can't remember this, an easy way to do with this is, as a rule, we always brought down the amounts. So next to cash account, where is the final amount? Where is the final amount resting? It is on the debit side. Cash account, the final amount is resting on the debit side. And hence, we write cash here and write the balance where? On the debit side. Similarly, let's check capital. In the capital account, the final brought down balance, you'll always check where brought down balance is lying, right? Here brought down balance is lying on the debit side. Now check where brought down balance is lying capital account. It is on the credit side. So we post capital next to that. In the credit column, we post capital. So here we post nothing, alright. Cash has only debit balance. Credit balance, credit column, you leave it free. Capital has got only credit balance. So debit column, you will write nothing. Now, next is purchases. Next amount to see is purchases. So purchases is what? Where is the final amount? Where is the brought down balance lying on the debit side? It's lying again on the debit side. So we go and write purchases is debit. Purchases is debit balance of 79,000. While check sales account. Sales account, where is the final balance, that is buy balance brought down lying? It is on the credit side. So what do we do? Sales account, credit side we have posted 50,000. Now salary, if you're seeing, salary is the final balance is lying again where? On the debit side. So what do? We again write the amount on the debit column. Salary, next to salary we post it on the debit column. Next one is discount received. If you are seeing, final balance is lying on the credit side. So we post that off on the credit column. Now finally you have drawings. Drawings account, where is it lying guys? The balance is lying on the debit column and you will post it on debit column. Now before we balance trial balance, let us see why we are not entering Rakesh, Ramesh, Dina, because after journal entry we opened books or we opened ledger accounts for Rakesh, we opened ledger account for Ramesh and Dina. In trial balance, when you're posting trial balance, this is right, only accounts with balances, only accounts with brought down balances will be considered for trial balance. Only account with some balance in it will be considered for trial balance. If you're checking Rakesh account, Ramesh account, Dina account, it is already balanced. It is already balanced. Debit side is equal to credit side. Hence, there was nothing to bring down, nothing to carry down. Such accounts will not come in trial balance. Such accounts, if the account is already balanced or if the account is without any balance, it will not appear in the trial balance. That is rule number 1. It will not appear in trial balance. And what the rule number 2 is, this does not show that this does not show any kind of proof, or this does not show any kind of profit and loss. Trial balance is not made for ascertaining your profit and loss. It is made only for ascertaining what? Whether arithmetically whatever you have done is right or no. Arithmetically whatever you have done is right or no. Let's see. 47,000 plus 79,000 plus 2,000 plus 1,500 will give you how much? 1,30,200. So if whatever you have done, journal entry, ledger posting, is arithmetically correct, your debit side will be equal to your credit side. Now let's see this. Is equal to 80,000 plus 50,000 plus 200. What is the balance, guys? This is again 1,30,200. Hence, your debit side is equal to credit side, and hence we can say our trial balance is tallied. Your trial balance must always tally. Otherwise, there's in something called suspense account. We'll see to that later. Your trial balance must always tally. This is the actual rule of trial balance. Otherwise, I told you how to post it quickly. If you can't remember the rule, if you're getting confused, this is how you do it. But always remember to end your ledger account with brought down balances. And one thing that will not come in trial balance is if an account is without any balance. If an account is without any balance, it will not appear where? It will not appear in the trial balance. That's about it. I hope you have understood the concept. Thank you.